Okay, now what do you do if you're like a 40, 50-year-old man, who's a machinist? You know, you can make anything out of metal, and you live in Detroit when this big car manufacturing business was booming, but now it's going away. So what do you do with these skills and nowhere to go with them? Well, here's what you do. You make metal shot glasses and put them on the internet and get money for it. That's what he does. Yeah, and he sees the big market, like out of titanium. he drills them out, in his metalworking shop, and makes little shot glasses, and he sells them on the internet like that. And then what he could do is engrave them, like for fraternities and things like that. So you got a cool looking shot glass, he makes them all these neat colors. They'll never break, and he figured there's a big market in fraternity houses. And I got a son who was in fraternity many years, and I could vouch for that. And he could put their, Greek symbols on them and their letters and everything. And so that's what he's taking his skills, finding a new market for the skills, and finding money to finance that through free money on the internet. Now what could get better than that? Now the future is bright, and he's still using his skills as a metal worker. So watch this, he's cool. Well, I didn't know, Rick, that Rick Steinert, right?
Yes.
That's the name? And you're at metalshotglasses.com, and you invented these shot glasses out of titanium shot glasses.
Yes.
I'm never going to break a shot glass again.
Never.
And it's made longer than I'll ever live.
Yep.
So I can pass it to my grandkids.
And then some.
Wow, they are just fantastic. You have one there. Show us that yellow, that blue one there.
I have
whatever. Look at that shot glass. So you can bang the heck out of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And so right now you're reading on Kickstarter, and you were hoping to raise about $1,000, and you got $6,000 for these things.
6 times more than I could possibly imagine.
Wow, that's amazing. So what, are you just an alcoholic? Is that why you...
No, actually it started my son goes to college and he's in a fraternity.
Yes, no, I got some fraternity guys too in my family.
And then he said, he was just, Dad, do you think there's any, college young men that would drink alcohol out of a bottle or out of a glass? He said, you should make these. And he was the driving force behind it.
No kidding. So your boy did this. Yeah. No, that's what we keep learning from our children, don't we?
Oh, I've learned so much from them. It's nice to see a changing of the guards, if you will.
Exactly. No, that's why I use my kids to steal ideas. This is why I'm on the internet now. All this kind of. So your boy saw you. So you're really a machinist kind of guy. I mean, I'm
a machinist by trade. Been doing this for 37 years now.
Wow. So
starting to get the hang of it.
Right, 37 years, and you were doing like metal tires for toys.
Yeah, I was making wheels for remote control cars.
Not tires, the wheels, right?
Yep, making the wheels for them. Yep.
You're in Detroit area, so you know more about the difference between wheels and tires.
Well, the tires are rubber part.
Right. See, us urban guys,
Yeah.
But these are just beautiful. They're almost like works of art, that people have. And they're so reasonable now on Kickstarter. Now, actually, is it time? Now, they're not going to be delivered till like January, but still, you could get them for a gift and show a picture.
Actually, with the way things are going, we get it done. I should be able to deliver everything before Christmas.
Wow! No kidding.
Yep. The initial $1,000 was to buy special tooling to cut the titanium because it's so tough.
Yeah.
And so I've already shelled out the money for it. I drained the bank account for my $1,000. Tools have been ordered.
Your wife doesn't know yet, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, she does. That was a hard one. But she says you're counting your chickens. So I've already, and they're ready for me to go pick up.
Right. Wow. Wonderful. So now you have enough that you could fill orders and get them there by Christmas.
Oh, yes.
And what will they be? I mean, sometimes on Kickstarter, you can get a break if you go, you're in on the ground floor like this.
Sure.
Right.
I started with that. I did the first round.
Uh-huh.
So there was a deal on that. And then after that, we call it, first in line. And then we did second round.
I see. Second round. And so that's a little more expensive. So
it's a little more expensive because I really cut it to the bone for just the raw titanium itself. they're $27 for 2 inches of raw titanium.
Wow.
Just for it alone.
Wow. Just a lump of stuff.
Just
huh?
a piece of titanium, yes.
Wow. So, and you're selling it on Kickstarter for how much?
$74 for one, and they're at $84 now.
$84. And then when they go public, like when Kickstarter's over, and next year when you're in Macy's department store and all this kind of stuff.
By then I'll have the production down, and I think I can be able to lower the price once I get all the bugs worked out of it and actually get into the flow.
I see. Right.
I'll be able to get the price down, and nobody else is doing it, but I'm not real greedy. I want people to be happy with the product.
Yeah, why not? But actually now, nobody else is going to see this for a long time yet. So you really have to get this now.
Yes.
Nobody's going to have a nice green and red and blue titanium shot glasses, right?
Well, no, the colored ones are actually aluminum.
I see. I would know the difference.
Yep. And then titanium ones are silver. And then I'm doing a heat color.
A heat one. Oh, that's what you were showing. Oh, yeah, that's wonderful.
It's done with a torch.
Yeah. Wow.
And you heat this up to 1,200 degrees or so, and this is natural coloring that titanium does.
Wow. I mean, you pull that out to a party, man, they're going to be really impressed.
Yes. Well, we've my neighbors have tested it very well, and it doesn't leak.
You better try it again, just to make sure.
Again, definitely. And the best part is titanium. You use titanium in your body if you have a pin or a hip or something like that. There's no taste difference. It's just like glass.
Right. Yeah, but it won't break on you, right?
It won't. And literally in 500 years, it'll look just like it does today.
So eventually, though, you're looking to get these monogrammed for people and all this kind of stuff.
Already hooked up with a company that does laser engraving. They can do 3D laser.
Wow.
So I don't even, I don't have to rotate the part as we laser engrave.
All right.
It'll just.
So this will be like next Christmas. People come to you and get them with their fraternity symbols on there, and get a couple dozen of these things to give out to all the frat guys.
We could do like a dark green and do a cloverleaf, your Irish pub.
Right. Or the wedding. How about this at the weddings?
Weddings would be great.
Betty and Allison, July 27th.
Exactly.
Wow. That is, I mean, I just think these are superb, and I think of it as art. I mean, you're really an artist. You're not a mechanic.
Well, look at some of the metal sculptors, and all real artists they have going on in their brain because they see something they create. They are I'm an artist, but I just in metal, not with a paintbrush.
I see. You could probably get paid more by being a metal guy than an artist.
I'd probably do better with a paintbrush.
I could do the barn. That's about it. Well, this is just wonderful, Rick, and it's so good. Now, why did you choose Kickstarter? I mean, was it difficult to get on there, or what?
No, I had a friend of mine out in Iowa who used Kickstarter, and it was just word of mouth. He said, "Try this."
No kidding.
There's several crowdfunding sites, and I don't know any better, so this is my first venture.
Now, you're not a geeky guy. You don't hang around computers all day, right?
No, I'm a gearhead.
Right, a gearhead. So was it hard for you to figure this out, to get on Kickstarter?
Yes, it was terrible. If it wasn't for my son.
There's the boy again.
Oh yeah, if it wasn't for him, I never would have made it. He edited the video. He did this for me, And he says, "Dad, how can you be so smart, but yet so..."
He held his tongue, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have kids in the house to help you do that.
Yep. Well, I have to wait till he comes home from school.
I see, to figure out how well you're doing.
Right. Well, no, to help me with this stuff,
I see.
I actually couldn't send him the file, so I put the file on a USB stick and put it in the mail.
I see. That's the only thing you knew.
That's the only thing I know I could do.
A real UPS guy.
Right? Dad, what are you sending me? I says, I'm sending you the file. He's like, Dad.
Well, that's a generation difference.
Yep.
Well, that's wonderful. So and you got the money. So I mean, like in a month, you got all that money and making it happen, right?
Yep.
Before you did your other ventures, I mean, how did you finance the other ventures?
The other one, I did it all on my own.
Really?
and I spent a lot of money, and it didn't go well. And that's probably like a lot of people will, that's the beauty of Kickstarter. Because you make a prototype, and your prototype doesn't have to be perfect, but it gets the idea across and spend all the money. With my other one, I manufactured a die. I had it heat treated. I had it ground. I bought material. I had all the stuff done, and I had pieces ready to go. And I had spent thousands and thousands of dollars, and the market wasn't ready for it. So that was like, this is not the way to do it. And so this other one I made two out of titanium. I made 3 out of brass, 1 out of stainless, and about 20 out of aluminum. And it was actually made from material I had left laying around the shop. And then I had to get them anodized, and then we're building a website, and then the Kickstarter. So I don't have very much into this, except for the tooling for them. And actually, I put down for $1,000 for the tooling, and I spent $1,300.
Oh, well, you're wrong again. But you got $6,000 to play with.
Right.
But more importantly, now you have customers. Before, when you blew those, that $5,000 or whatever it is, you didn't even know about customers yet.
I had no idea. And it was, for me, it was easier to make it than it is to market it. It's a whole new world that's so odd to me.
Right. So now you don't spend your
money.
Now I
know. What an education.
You listen to your kids, and you go on the computer.
And I get smarter. How was that?
And you get the free money for the computer.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Rick. That's wonderful. And to find out about it, you go to metalshotglasses.com, right?
Correct. Yep.
Wonderful. Well, you're a joy. Thanks for being in the world and helping us drink better.
Thank you. Nice talking to you. Bye.
Now, I don't know anything about making things out of metal, but isn't that cool? That's right, and there's a lot of things to do in life like that. No matter what you're stuck with, or you think, what your current position isn't going where you think it can, well, then you have to be creative. You have to think about more ways to take what you have and reuse it in where the world is going, not where it has been, because it ain't going there again. And now that's why you have to look forward. So if you could use the internet, learn how to use the internet like this to find the funding you need and learn that skill. It's just like driving a car. You don't have to be perfect at it. You're not going to be a geek, but you're going to know it well enough to get you down the street. And the same thing with learning the internet. Learn it just well enough to get you down the street.